The taiga's average temperature per year is 0 degrees Celsius. Its average temperature in summer can be over 10 degrees Celsius, and its average temperature in winter can be below freezing and often fall to -20 degrees Celsius. The taiga's total yearly precipitation is 12 to 33 inches.
Locations. The taiga is a forest of the cold subarctic region. The subarctic is an area of the northern hemisphere that lies just south of the Arctic Circle. The taiga lies between the tundra to the north and temperate forest to the south. Alaska, Canada, Scandinavia, and Siberia have taigas.
The predominant taiga biome plants are conifers. These are trees that have adapted to the wild and have needles instead of leaves. The spruce, pine, fir, and larch are the most common plant species in the taiga. These trees, with the exception of the larch, are evergreen, meaning they do not shed their leaves in the winter. This allows conifers to avoid wasting energy by regrowing leaves in the spring. The taiga also contains a few shrubs such as blueberries and deciduous trees. These are trees that drop their leaves for part of the year. These plants can be found in warmer and wetter parts of the taiga. Some plants are also carnivorous, meaning they eat insects in order to make up for other nutrients lacking in the soil. However, mosses, fungi, and lichens are more common than flowers and grow in heavily forested areas. The balsam fir is a fire-resistant tree. It's a major food supplier for mooses and other organisms in the winter. The moose benefit from this transaction because without this major food supply, the moose population would be more likely to decline. The black spruce can survive in completely dry soil and extreme cold weathers because it has layered twigs. Having many of these trees in the forest will help the forest last longer even in such harsh conditions. The eastern red cedar has an oil that keeps away moths. The wood is very durable, which helps it survive in harsh conditions. The jack pine adapts to living in the taiga by growing on flat or hilly areas that have sandy soil in which this particular biome is fond of. The white fir is a shelter to the grooves and other organisms. It makes a great roasting place for organisms to feed off of bugs and needles. Mammals such as bears, lynx, and wolverines that live in the taiga need to have thick fur in order to survive for the wintry climate. During the summer months, large populations of mosquitoes and other insects provide food for species such as warblers, finches, flycatchers, and woodpeckers. Many of the animals that live in the taiga biome are able to change their color based on the time of year. That helps them to remain camouflaged from predators. They also have thicker coats in the winter. They will shed them in the summer months. Many of the animals migrate to warmer locations during the winter. They do so for shelter, just as they do for the ability to find food. Other animals in the taiga biome remain there all winter. However, they hibernate so they don't need to forage for food during the winter months. A few larger herbivorous animals such as moose, deer, and rabbits inhabit the region. Birds native to the taiga usually migrate south during the freezing winter months.
Some endangered species include the wolverine due to hunting, the grizzly bear due to deforestation, logging, and hunting, the whooping crane due to habitat loss and hunting, the Methuselah's beard lichen due to deforestation, logging, and pollution, the woodland caribou due to habitat loss, and the lady slipper flower due to deforestation.
Environmental issues. Large-scale industrial forestry or logging is the greatest important threat affecting the taiga. The wood is used in the pulp factory for pulp and paper. Other threats to the taiga are oil and gas exploitation, road building, mining, human-triggered forest fire, and climate change. Solutions. Some solutions for deforestation are recycling. By recycling paper, plastics, and wood products, there will be less dependence on natural resources and trees, and it will also reduce imports of raw material because of the less demand of trees. Replantation. By replanting trees in areas where old ones were cut down. A controlled amount of timber. having a specific amount of selected trees to be cut down. A piece of land to protect trees. Instead of having land for road building and for mining, use a piece of land to grow more trees and to protect them, and where no cutting will be done. Some solutions for climate change and exploitation are solar panels. Is a safe alternative which can replace current fossil fuels like coal and gas for generation of electricity that produce air, water, and land pollution, and it can also prevent habitat destruction. Solar power car. Instead of having a sunroof, that sunroof can be a solar panel. This car will use solar energy instead of gas.